New but yeah but new but yeah but new but yeah but shut up! Hey up guys, and welcome back to my coverage of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 2, and this week we're talking about Episode 6, the one we've all been waiting for. It is of course, Snatch Game! After the iconic Snatch Game of Season 1 of Drag Race UK, the bar has been set really high for this group of queens. Did it live up to the same heights as, say, Thatcher and Trump? I don't think so. There were moments of buffoonery, but there was nothing in this Snatch Game that I thought was iconic, apart from maybe Bimini Bon-Boulash's Katie Price. That was gold. But overall, I thought it was kind of a forgettable Snatch Game. In fact, the two funniest queens left in the competition, Larewnce Chaney and Kofe, who we were counting on to make this a great Snatch Game, really struggled in this challenge. They ended up being the bottom two of this week. I disagree with Larewnce when he said, what's the deal with funny queens performing poorly on the Snatch Game? I beg to differ, mate. So many funny queens have done amazing on the Snatch Game. Bianca Del Rio, Adore Delano, Darian Lake, Mandella Creme, all in the same Snatch Game, and then you've got like Alaska, Ginger Minge, Jinx Monsoon. They're all funny queens and they all smashed it. You just had a bad week, mate. I was expecting Kofe to redeem herself in this challenge because the Snatch Game seems like a custom-made challenge for her goofy skill set. And Larewnce is bloody Larewnce. She's one of the funniest queens we've ever had on any Drag Race ever. But what's weird is Larewnce is so naturally funny just in conversation, but when you tell her to be funny by impersonating someone, she just comes across as stiff and, well, unfunny. I actually thought that Miriam Margulies was a brilliant choice. I can't tell you how many times I've watched her interviews on Graham Norton's show on YouTube on a constant loop. The woman has no filter and she is hysterical. She was a great pick, just badly executed. You can tell that Larewnce Chaney came prepared for Snatch Game, like he knew the whole cream my knickers bit, but when he used it as an answer to one of the questions, it came across as a bit too rehearsed, not very natural, and yeah, it didn't really fit as an answer to the question either. So it felt a bit out of place and forced. This was actually a case of someone being overly prepared for the Snatch Game. Kofe's Mel B though, I think every British person who was watching it was expecting a Bo Selector, Keith Lemon type Mel B, you know, oh, Patsy Kensit, oh, I love Buffy, she's well buff, I want her to do me. Oh. That type of Mel B feels like it was tailor-made for Snatch Game, but Kofe's Mel B felt more method actor than drag queen. She didn't go big enough with it. It's not like she was unfunny, it's just, it didn't really match up with the preconceived idea we have in our heads of what a Mel B impersonation would look like. Where was the leopard print? Her answers were a bit repetitive. I didn't mind the whole recurring Eddie Murphy joke, but she could have thrown some Spice Girls references in there, cranked the Yorkshire accent up to an 11. Fuck me! Big booty, yeah, I got a big booty, whoop! All in all, Tia's performance was just a bit flat. As for the other Queen Snatch Games, we had Sister as Sally Morgan. I knew she was safe before Snatch Game even started because she didn't get any one-on-one time with RuPaul in the workroom. But with Sister, it feels like she's just floating through this competition. It's 6 weeks in, and I still don't feel like we've really gotten to know her. Ellie Diamond's Matt Lucas as Vicky Pollard from Little Britain, I thought was pretty good actually. Her characterization was spot on, and I would know. I got the lurgy, yeah. I knew, cause this whole thing down at the arcade, and Kelly flopped on Destiny, a bit of it landed in my hair. Of course, Kelly hates Destiny, cause Kelly pads her bra. It's true, Nathan reckons he put his hand down there and pulled out a bag of jelly tarts. And scene. I think Ellie Diamond nailed the character, but I didn't think she was all that funny. Tayce did well as Jane Turner from Kath and Kim. This was refreshing from Tayce because we're so used to seeing Tayce as this drop-dead gorgeous body model, but in the Snatch Game she was wearing this really unflattering like tracksuit and just really classless. She was good, but kind of by default because there was only a top 2 this week instead of a top 3. That's how middle of the road the Snatch Game was. We had a top 2 and a bottom 3 and 2 saves. But they couldn't even put one of the 2 saves, Ellie Diamond or Sister, in the top because they really weren't that funny. Think of it this way, if Tayce was in the first season of Drag Race UK and she was up against the Viv and Bagger, she would have just been safe in that bunch. But because the standard was a lot lower on this year's episode of Snatch Game, she ended up looking a lot better than what she was. But still, credit where credit is due. The accent was good. She really did live in the character. She was having a good time with it, and we enjoyed watching it. Whora did Louis Spence, and I'm not sure who that is, but it was camp, camp, camp. She did get one quite big laugh from me when she lifted those legs up, but honestly, if she hadn't had that one joke, she might have been in the bottom two. And saving the best for last, we have Bimini Bon-Boulash as Katie Price. Every week I fall a little deeper and deeper in love with Bimini Bon-Boulash. She had a hiccup in week 1, but since then she has really demonstrated her versatility throughout the competition. She can sing, she can dance, she's flexible, she's a great performer, she can act, she can host a TV series. Her looks as well, they're also very creative and consistent. And this week she proved she's a great impersonator as well. She ruled the Snatch Game as Katie Price. We were howling at her, from the lips to the tits to the pronunciation. The moment she opened her mouth with that, "Is it cold in here or is it just my nipples?" Well done, Bimini Bon-Boulash. Clear and obvious winner for Snatch Game this year. I genuinely believe that Bimini Bon-Boulash is Larewnce Chaney's biggest threat now. Whilst Larewnce Chaney had a bit of a wobble this week, Bimini's just gone from strength to strength, winning a second challenge. That's 2 repeated badges for her now. I also adored her bacteria, amoeba, vagina runway look this week. That was my favorite of the night. It was outside the box and editorial, but I also loved how she presented it with that almost floaty, controlled walk. I loved how the outfit moved when she walked like that. I also loved Tayce's runway this week as the High Priestess Cave Woman. Again, the presentation was everything. It was very Lion King, West End realness. She did very well this week. Worst look of the week? Yes, I'm gonna have to go with Kofe. I agree with Michelle, it was a step up for her, but to quote RuPaul, it still looks a bit regional. I mean, it's very on brand of the Kofe brand. It's silly and fun. It's just not as form-fitting or as glamorous as she thinks it is, though. As Alan Carr said, it's a bit pigeony. The bottom 2 queens this week were Larewnce Chaney and Kofe, which I guess I do agree with, but I didn't think the performances of Ellie Diamond or Sister Sister were particularly great this week. This was Tia's 3rd time in the bottom 2, and I think we all knew that she was going to be going home, because Larewnce Chaney has won 3 challenges, and this was her first time in the bottom. I think Tia knew it was her time. Like, she still gave a pretty good performance, but you could tell from just watching her, she knew she was going home no matter what. But hey, she still had a great run on the show. She's definitely beloved, a real highlight queen of the season. She came across as very genuine and funny. She had the title of Baroness Basic, as well as almost getting the title of a lip-sync assassin. But hey, she did survive 2 lip syncs, first UK queen to ever do that. It sadly was just her time though. She's already dropped her first single. That's a clear sign you know a queen's going home when they time the release of their first song to be on the same week that they get eliminated. But just look at the artwork for her first single. She's upped her looks already. She's showing off that body. She's learned how to show it off properly, which is why she will be an amazing All-Stars contestant, because she's already got the performing goods, but she'll come back with a refined sense of fashion. Then she'll be a force to be reckoned with. Love you, Kofe. Can't wait to see what you do next. Last talking point, Ellie Diamond finally got her moment this series. You know, the emotional, vulnerable one-on-one chat with RuPaul where she talked about her childhood and her relationship with her dad, how her dad threw her out of the house for being gay and being into drag. Ellie was saying she had to alter her personality and dial back her femininity and be more boy-like just so she wouldn't ruffle feathers with her dad. And that's really sad to hear. Like, you should never have to change yourself to please others, particularly your family. They're supposed to love you unconditionally. So to hear that she's had that struggle with her own family, it's a little heartbreaking. It was really touching. And Ellie Diamond, if you are watching this video, just know you are loved by so many. But there you have it, guys. Those are my thoughts on Drag Race UK episode 6. What did you guys think of the Snatch Game? Whatever you have to say, do let me know in the comment section down below. Please help me out by hitting that thumbs up button. And if you like this content, don't forget to click subscribe. If you want to follow me on social media, all those links in that video description down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Nick Airfield, and I'll see you next time.